Dragoncrest is a colossal weapon that scales primarily with strength. It can be infused with Ash of War and buffed with magic or consumable. This weapon also has a solid physical quad boost of 88, making it a viable option to use it as a shield. Combined with the Royal Knight Resolve Ash of War, you can massively increase the damage of your next swing by 80% or a critical hit by 35%. Make this one of the best weapons for pure strength build in the game. Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create overpowered Giant Crusher build in early game. This build prioritizes not only high damage output but also survivability by boosting your health and defense, making you harder to kill. Additionally, you can use this build to help you progress through the entire game. You will get weapon plus 13, optimized talisman, and powerful buff that let you dominate bosses with ease. This build is perfect for new players or someone who wants a very strong build from the start. This video is divided into 6 different parts, making it easier for you to find what you're looking for. And in every part, I will get you step by step on how to get the item you need to optimize this build. I also provide an active minimap to avoid getting lost, so make sure to watch the entire video to avoid missing any details. So let's get started. Hero is my class of choice because of its strength along with good endurance attribute, and for the keepsakes I like to choose golden seed that can be used to grant an additional charge for my flask.
I bequeath. Use it will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Before we obtain the Giant Crusher, my first plan is to increase my vigor for better survivability by rune farming first. However, if you want to get the weapon quickly, you can skip ahead to part 3 for how to easily obtain this weapon. Now let's grab Gold-Pickled Fowl food that can boost rune acquisition by 30% for 3 minutes. It can be found near the waterfall. From the first step set of grace, go south, you can use Spirit Spring Jump to instantly reach the bottom. Next, let's head to the temple quarter to grab the Icerind Hatchet from a chest. After that, go to the 4th parrot to grab Radagon Soreseal Talisman. Along the way, we can grab Whetstone Knife in a chest and free Bog from his course by hitting the small brown tree. He will reward you with some mushroom, a crafting material that will later be used to make sleep pot.
You there? Could you help us out, Kali? You were just... Thank you. I was pushing, I ended. Oh, when they threw, so this is I hope. Or I couldn't.
Now let's continue. As we explore, you can grab Trina's Lily and Fever Cookbook 1, another crafting material, and Cookbook for creating sleep pot. Now let's get the Dexterity-knot crystal tears that can be found inside a stone receptacle on top of a craggy hill in Liurnia of the Lake. These crystal tears can increase your dexterity attribute by +10. Next, let's get the Flame of the Redmanes as a war, which is dropped by a Turtle Scarab located in front of the Fort Gale North side of Greece. Now go to the Round Table Hold and buy a spear from Twin Maiden Hash, then infuse it with the Flame of Redmanes as a war. Make sure to choose fire as main weapon affinity to add fire element in it. Now let's the rune farming begin by killing the Elder Dragon Greyoll using a combination of frost and fire damage. The way this technique works is by first performing her Froststorm skill to apply Frostbite build up. Once the enemy is afflicted with frost, we can use our spear, which has a fire element, to reset the frost effect. Initially, it will take 3 her Froststorm skill to inflict Frostbite on him. After resetting the frost effect twice, it will then take 4 her Froststorm skill to Frostbite him again. With this method, you can deal substantial damage quickly by repeatedly inflicting and resetting the Frostbite effect on the enemy. When done correctly, you can increase your farming speed by 15% compared when using a blade weapon, allowing you to consume 1 Gold-Pickled whole food for 2 rune farming sessions. After kill him 3 times, it's time to leveling up our character. For attribute, I put 35 in strength, 15 in faith because we are going to use the flame green strength in incantation, also 15 in endurance to increase the equip load, and 22 in vigor for survivability. Now let's visit Redmanes Castle to grab Red Hot Whetblade on a corpse inside the tower. This item can add fire affinity to your Axe of War. We need to grab this before reaching the Altus Play 2 region, as the room will be locked when the Radagon Festival takes place. Now let's go to the Altus Play 2 to get the Giant Crusher. To reach Altus Play 2, we need to collect the remaining Dectus Medallion at Fort Hague and use it at the Grand Leaf of Dectus. Along the way, you can grab Spike Cracker Tear that can be found on an altar next to the Minor Earth Tree in Mistwood. These crystal tears can increase charge attack by 15%. Next, let's grab X Talisman that can be found in a cellar underneath the Mistwood Ruin in Eastern Limgrave. This talisman can increase your charge attack damage by 10%. Giant Crusher can be found in a chest in the back of a carriage directly to the south of Outer Wall Phantom Tree, Site of Grace. For buff, we can use Golden Fowl as of War and Flame Green-String incantation. Golden Fowl as of War dropped by a mounted Godrick Knight on the cliff southwest above the Dectus catacomb. This as of War can increase your damage by 11.5% and all damage negation by 7.5% for 45 seconds. Now let's infuse our Dagger with Golden Fowl as of War and use it as a dedicated tool for casting this buff. Another one is Flame Green-String that can be found on a corpse behind 4 kill. With this incantation, you can boost your physical and fire damage up to 20%. Now it's time to upgrade the weapon to significantly increase its damage output, making it even more effective in combat. Before that, let's get the Determination as of War, which is dropped by a third of Scarab on the path leading to the bridge north of Agelike. This as of War can increase damage of next swing by 60% or critical hit by 20%. To upgrade your weapon to +6, we need at least 12 smithing stone 1 and 2. You can obtain this upgrade material by purchasing it from the Twin Maiden Husk after giving them the smithing stone miner's bell bearing 1. Smithing stone miner's bell bearing 1 dropped by the Crystallian boss at the end of Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel. upgrade your weapon to +12, we need at least 12 smithing stone 3 and 4. You can obtain this smithing stone by purchasing it from the Twin Maiden Husk after giving them the smithing stone Miner's Bell-bearing 2. Smithing stone Miner's Bell-bearing 2 can be found in a chest located in Shield Tunnel. As we explore, you can grab 2 smithing stone 5 inside the tunnel. Now let's do rune farming one more time to get some runes.
Well, I took you've no man to lay out your own.
To increase the damage even further, we can change the determination as a war with Royal Knight Resolve. Before that, let's visit Merchant Kill at the Church of Eleh to buy a crafting kit and some crackpot so we can craft some sleep pots. This is an essential item that we can use to easily defeat the boss later. After that, go to Raya Lucaria Academy and let yourself be eaten by the abductor version in the lower area. This will transport you to Volcano Manor. Royal Knight Resolve Ash of War can be found in a room beneath the main area of the Volcano Manor. Compared with Determination, Royal Knight Resolve Ash of War can increase damage of neck landing swing by 80% or critical hit by 35%, but it comes with a higher FP cost of 15. To obtain Royal Knight Resolve Ash of War can be challenging because we need to defeat Godskin Noble to accessing the area. Now it's time to use Sleep Pod and follow this guide correctly to easily kill Godskin Noble. After the battle, return to the Round Table Hold and visit Twin Maiden Huts to purchase the Stonesword Key. Go back to the Temple of Eagle Set of Grace to grab Royal Knight Resolve Ash of War in the room beneath the manor. For Crystal Tier, select to use Spike Cracker Tier and Flame-Shrouding Cracker Tier. Since we already obtained the Spike Cracker Tier, next we need to get the Flame-Shrouding Cracker Tier. Flame-Shrouding Cracker dropped by the Putrid Avatar, found at the Minor Air Tree in Kelith, is of Smoldering Church. These crystal tears can increase your fire damage by 20%. To optimize this build, there are some early game talismans that you can use, such as Radagon Soreseal, X Talisman, and Dragoncrest Shield. Since we already obtained the Radagon Soreseal Talisman and X Talisman, next we need to collect Dragoncrest Shield. Dragoncrest Shield Talisman can be found on the lower level cliff behind the Bestial Sanctum Kelith. This talisman can reduce physical damage taken by 10%, usable talisman for your survivability. And finally, to make our character even stronger, we can use the power of Great Rune and unlock more Talisman Slot. Godrick Great Rune is a good option because it can increase all my attribute by +5. To get this Great Rune, you have to defeat Godrick in Strongfell Castle. After defeating Godrick, head to the Divine Tower of Limgrave to claim his rune. To activate the Great Rune, first you need to equip it to your rune slot at the Set of Grace and consume a rune arc to get the benefit for this buff. You can get rune arc through exploration or buy it from merchants. Just remember the buff will last until you die. To unlock another Talisman Slot, we need to defeat one more Remembrance boss, Trina, Queen of the Full Moon in Raya Lucaria Academy.
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence he hide. There are books and light.
After defeating her, talk to Enya at Round Table Hall to unlock an additional Talisman Slot.
I have only fine. You have now to become the finger as much. Now become.
Now our build is complete. From here you can start defeating all bosses in Limgrave, Liurnia, or even Kelith without breaking a sweat with this overpowered build, and leveling up further to increase your status and fulfill the actual weapon requirement, allowing you to replace the Radagon Soreseal talisman and its side effect. To find out the location of each boss in this game, you can download my Elden Ring checklist, link in the description below. The way this build works is first you can consume the Crystal Tears, cast Golden Fowl, and Flame grant me strength incantation.
mark